Douglas Bickford, 8 March 21. I just realized something in my relationship, my last relationship. I just realized I went into the relationship codependent on her to tell me she loved me. Because I had very low, no self-esteem. And she was codependent on me to take care of her financially. That's why she married me, and I married her for her to tell me she loved me. So, because I didn't love myself. Now I've learned how to love myself. You start by getting the book, The Portable Therapist. But here's the first thing you can do. The first step is to and this is in the book, look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself. And then you also have an inner child, which is your emotions. Tell your inner child that everything's going to be okay and that you love your inner child also. And then it'll seem weird at first. Like, I love Douglas Bickford. I love my inner child. I say it every day, more than once. And it gives you it changes the inside of you, okay? And it makes you feel better about yourself instead of having to go buy things or, feel better by sex or feel better by food or feel better by whatever, whatever makes you happy. Going to the thrift store and buying stuff that you don't need or never use, okay? Anyway, so next chapter. Why am I so confused about everything? Hooray! Being in a state of confusion occurs when we are in the right place at the right time to learn something new. Being confused about everything means that the Western model no longer works for us. The model no longer answers what we need. It means that reacting to others no longer works and that something fundamental is missing from our lives. Being confused means that we have been taught no longer answers of our instinctive questions. Being confused means that we are ripe to accept a new concept. Confusion is a normal state of being human and being imperfect. The state of confusion is a necessary antidote for change. We do not change when we are sure of where we are. We only change when we are uncomfortable, in pain, and confused. That's when I left on November 2nd, 2020. I was in this total state of confusion, shock, uncomfortable, and confused what I was even going to do. Welcome confusion. Know that it is the beginning of something new. Confusion means uncertainty. It means that we are willing to take a risk and try something unfamiliar. But most of all, it means that we are ready for change. The Western model teaches us that it is important to always be in control, even of things we cannot control. Confusion means that we're no longer comfortable with the model. It sets the stage for risk-taking. I took a huge risk by leaving, okay? I had no idea where I was going. Nothing. I didn't take anything with me. I took some clothes. I took 2 pairs of jeans and 3 pairs of shoes, okay? If we are not confused, then we would not be willing to change. Think of how confusing it, because I was in a 3.5-year relationship that wasn't working at all. We were fighting and just all kinds of bad stuff. I was always broke, Think of how confusing it must be to an infant in a world that he or she does not understand and he or she has not yet learned to communicate with. What does the infant do? She or he tries everything, and everything is a new behavior to make sense of the environment, and he or she risks all to communicate. And it works. The infant learns to communicate, how to get along, and how to do what he or she needs to do. No matter how old we are chronologically, we are all infants when we begin to learn how to have self-esteem. Because you're not born with self-esteem, folks. If you are confused, take all risk. Try anything that will work. And if one thing does not work, try another. Eventually, you will come to the conclusion that you cannot find what you need outside of yourself. You will discover that all paths lead to the same place, and that place is the center of you. If you want to learn how not to be confused, study the concept of paradox. Accept yourself as confused and allow yourself to be uncertain. As soon as you do this, you will be less confused. Rejoice in your confusion as a positive vehicle for change, and as soon as you rejoice, you will become less confused. Look for the answers within yourself, and you will become more secure that the answers are there. Enjoy your confusion and let go of the idea you have any control over it. As soon as you let go, you will become more sure of yourself. Paradox works. Confusion is a positive state. It means that you are human and that you do not know all the answers and that you are okay. You cannot be confused and also believe that you are perfect. You cannot be confused and be the victim of the weak ego. The state of confusion is similar to the state of grace. When you give in, accept that you do not know, and not are all-powerful, you are closer to God than when you are not confused and think you know. Wow. That is like talking to me, okay? This book is the Bible of their self-help books. You can get it at Amazon. Every chapter, I kid you not, will talk to you. Because we are in an insane world, okay? You can change. Look yourself in the mirror when you wake up in the morning. Say, I love you, blah, 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 whoever you are. I say, I love Douglas Bickford. And tell your inner child, I love you, my inner child. Really, and your inner child is your emotions. Your emotions do not mature when you become mature. They don't ever go past 2-year-old maturity. So you have to tell your emotions, tell your inner child that you love your inner child, and you will take care of him or her, because he, in my case, holds the key, holds all the hurt, holds all the everything I've been through in my life in a 2-year-old mindset, okay? And so they're helpless, but we are the adult and we can help them, okay? And that's exactly, you have to do that too to get self-esteem. I'll have more later for you from Douglas Bickford. Y'all have a great day out there.